Come vape with me. I want to wish you happy Christmas. I want to tell you that so far, since September, I have been talking about how, by accident, I managed to stop smoking and go on to vaping. And vaping's become a real hobby. I thoroughly enjoy it. I'm interested in all the new devices, in the flavors. I think in the beginning, when you switch from smoking to vaping, you are only interested in not having a cigarette. So you are vaping tobacco flavors. And then you become interested, if you're lucky, you become interested in all the different flavors and interesting things you can do with vaping. So that's where I am right now. I never crave a cigarette. I'm never thinking, I wish I could have a cigarette. I just vape. And it's been the most wonderful, freeing thing of my life. I'm not frightened of being in a place where I can't have a cigarette anymore because I have my PV, my personal vaporizer. So that is my story from a 50 years smoker. That's quite remarkable. I've told you about my sister, and she is having a bit of a battle. She is vaping, but she hasn't cracked looking after her equipment. So she'll dash out and find that her battery's gone flat, or she's left half her cartomizers behind, or she hasn't got something, and so she just smokes. Now that's disastrous. If you want to really move over, you need to have your PV and all your equipment meticulously looked after. So your cartomizers need to be boiled and cleaned to get rid of old flavors and dried off so that you can refill them with new flavors or tobacco mix if that's what you're on. And so all these things are important. Don't ever get caught unawares, because that is a real disaster. Then you will need something to do and you'll go back to an analog. And then somehow you will regret that. Well, I would. And I did. There was one time when I was vaping and smoking. And some days I went with no cigarettes at all. And then another day, for some reason, I'd find myself rolling my own cigarette and having that. And the next morning when I woke up, I'd sort of be disappointed in myself. But for me, it's been accidental. I didn't set out to do it on purpose. And so I'm very happy. I'm a happy vapor. I'm a happy non-smoker. Somebody visited me the other day and said, when did you last have a cigarette? I said, well, about 3 months ago. And she said, well, now you can stop vaping if you want. Well, why would I want to? I thoroughly enjoy vaping. I don't know how much damage it's doing me, but I'm already nearing 70, so it doesn't matter for me. It is simply a nice hobby that I'm enjoying. For younger people, I think after all these years of vaping, lots of forums on vaping, and lots of reports of side effects from stopping smoking or side effects from vaping, there's not been one fatality, one mortality from vaping. And I think something would have showed itself by now, because it's not a brand new thing. It's been going quite a few years. Now I just wanted to add about dieting. My husband and I are on the Paleolithic diet because he is a diabetic and I was a peripheral diabetic. So I've just had my long-term sugar test and got the results on the phone from the doctor. So I'm absolutely delighted with that too. So that's my diet, which was a big thing for me in 2011. It's about vaping, which was a massive thing for me in 2011. I'm looking forward to 2012. With this, I'm just going to wish you a happy Christmas. And remember, if you know a smoker, buy them something to do with electronic cigarettes, and free them too. If you're a smoker, have a bash at vaping, but don't buy the cheapest PV that you can find. Go for something that's technologically advanced, so that you're not struggling filling funny little carts and battling around with 3 or 4 drops of e-juice. Get yourself something decent. Maybe it'll be as easy for you as it has been for me. Best of luck for 2012. If you don't vape, try it. If you do vape, carry on vaping. Thanks for vaping with me.